WNBA narrative right now is Caitlin Clark, and I think that's a good narrative, but it's also not the only narrative. But that's the narrative we're pushing in the media.
Satou Sabally just dropped a truth bomb about Caitlin Clark fans that's shaking up the WNBA. She called out the sea of Clark jerseys in her own arena, saying it was annoying. But is Sabally just being salty, or is she pointing out a real problem in the league? Take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you enjoy the videos without subscribing. It's completely free for you, but it makes a big difference for us. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome. We really appreciate it. Now, let's get back to the video. Picture this. Sabally walks onto her home court, ready to feel that home team love, but instead of seeing Dallas Wings colors, she's hit with a wave of blue. Caitlin Clark jerseys everywhere.
Caitlin is an amazing generational talent, and she's going to do amazing things.
Talk about a shock to the system. It's like showing up to your own party and finding out everyone's there for someone else. You might be wondering, what's the big deal? Well, here's the thing. This isn't just about one game. This sea of blue is stirring up some major waves in the WNBA. And let me tell you, Sabally's words are about to spark a firestorm that'll have the whole league talking. Stick around, because this story's just getting started. Remember that sea of blue jerseys? It's not just an ocean of support. It's a clash of loyalties that's rocking the WNBA boat. What did Sabally say that has fans and players alike choosing sides? The answer might surprise you, and it's got everyone asking, whose team are you really on? Satou Sabally didn't mince words when she voiced her frustration. After the Dallas Wings' tough loss to the Indiana Fever, she dropped this bombshell.
But she also has to go through that first rookie year, and that sucks. Like, rookie years, you're the number one pick. People are going to go after you. Whether it's for the right or wrong reasons, but people are going to go after you.
Obviously, it's annoying, because there were way too many Caitlin fans in our arena. Talk about a mic drop moment. But hold up, there's more to this story. Sabally wasn't just venting about one game. She was shining a spotlight on a growing issue in the WNBA. Picture this. You're playing on your home court, but instead of seeing your team's colors, you're surrounded by a sea of opposing jerseys. That's exactly what Sabally and her teammates faced. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Isn't more fans good for the league? Well, yes and no. Sabally herself admitted to having mixed feelings. She said, I had mixed feelings seeing all the Caitlin jerseys in our home, but it's an amazing sign for women's basketball. Let's break this down. On one hand, Caitlin Clark's star power is undeniable. She's bringing new eyes to the game, filling arenas, and getting people excited about women's basketball. That's huge. But on the other hand, when fans are more loyal to individual players than teams, it creates a whole new set of challenges. Think about it. What happens when a player's popularity overshadows team loyalty? It's not just about hurt feelings. It impacts team morale, home court advantage, and even the business side of things. When fans are buying tickets to see the visiting star instead of supporting the home team, it shakes up the whole dynamic of the league. And let's not forget the context. This wasn't just any game. Clark had a monster performance, dropping 28 points and dishing out 12 assists. The Fever walked away with the win, leaving Sabally and the Wings to face a hometown crowd that seemed more excited about the opposing team's rookie sensation. Sabally's words have ignited a firestorm of reactions. Some fans are applauding her honesty, while others accuse her of being a sore loser. But here's the thing. Her comments aren't just about one player or one game. They're sparking a larger conversation about the future of the WNBA. As the league grows and stars like Clark emerge, how do we balance individual player popularity with team loyalty? It's a question that's got everyone from fans to league executives scratching their heads. Now, you might think you've seen star power before, but Caitlin Clark is breaking records faster than you can say bucket.
Am I saying it's right that she's being pushed in the back? No, that's foul. That has no space in the sport, and we all know that.
What's got the entire league buzzing, and why are some calling her a game changer while others cry overrated? Let's talk numbers, because they're painting a picture that's hard to ignore. The Indiana Fever, Clark's team, has seen over 500,000 fans pack their arena this season. That's not just good, it's a franchise record. And it's not just the Fever feeling the love. The entire WNBA has seen attendance jump by nearly 20% this season. That's the kind of growth that makes league executives do a happy dance. But what's driving all this excitement? It's not just hype, folks. Clark's been putting up numbers that make even the most jaded basketball fans sit up and take notice. We're talking about her 12th double-double of the season, dropping 28 points and dishing out 12 assists against the Dallas Wings. And get this, since July 6th, she's scored 19 or more points in every game except one. The girl's consistent, I'll give her that. You might be wondering, is she really that good? Or is this just rookie luck? Well, that's where things get interesting. Clark's got fans and critics alike fired up. Some are calling her the future of women's basketball, while others are throwing around that dreaded overrated label. It's like she's become the basketball equivalent of pineapple on pizza. You either love her or you don't. But here's the thing. Whether you're Team Clark or not, you can't deny the impact she's having on the game. We're seeing a shift in how fans engage with the WNBA. It's not just about team loyalty anymore. People are showing up to see specific players, and Clark's at the top of that list. This isn't just changing how fans watch the game, it's potentially reshaping the entire economic landscape of the WNBA. We're talking increased attendance, merchandise flying off the shelves, and a buzz around the league that hasn't been seen in years. It's like Clark dropped a basketball into a pond, and now we're all riding the waves. But let's pump the brakes for a second. Is all this attention on one player good for the league in the long run? That's the million-dollar question. On one hand, you've got a rising tide lifting all boats. More fans and seats mean more revenue, more exposure, and potentially better deals for all players. On the flip side, what happens when the Clark effect overshadows other talented players or entire teams? You've heard about Caitlin Clark's impact on the fans, but what about her fellow players? Satou Sabally just dropped a truth bomb that's got everyone talking. Is this the wake-up call the WNBA needed? Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. Sabally's frustration isn't just about one game or one player. It's shining a spotlight on a whole new set of challenges the WNBA is facing as it grows. And get this, these growing pains might actually be a good thing for women's basketball. Think about it. Sabally herself said, "It's amazing to see so many people in women's basketball jerseys. It's just great how far we've come." That's not just lip service. It's a recognition that even when it's frustrating, this surge in popularity is pushing the league forward. But let's not sugarcoat it. Teams are facing some real challenges when they go up against players with massive fan bases. It's like playing an away game in your own arena. Imagine stepping onto your home court and feeling like the visiting team. That's exactly what Sabally and her teammates experienced. This isn't just about hurt feelings, though. It's about the entire landscape of the WNBA shifting under our feet. We're seeing a new era where player popularity is driving ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership. It's exciting, but it's also uncharted territory. So, what does this mean for the league? It's like they're trying to ride a wave while learning to surf. There's a delicate balance to strike between celebrating star power and maintaining team loyalty. Get it right, and the WNBA could see unprecedented growth. Get it wrong, and they risk alienating core fans and players alike. But here's where it gets really interesting. This tension, it could be the catalyst for some major positive changes in the league. Teams might have to get creative to compete with star power. We could see more innovative marketing, better fan experiences, and even changes to how teams are built and managed. And it's not just the teams that might have to step up their game. The league itself might need to rethink how it promotes players and teams. We could be on the brink of a whole new era in women's basketball where the rising tide of star power lifts all boats. Sure, there are challenges, but there's also a huge opportunity here. The WNBA has a chance to harness this energy and use it to grow the game in ways we've never seen before. It's like they've been given a turbo boost, and now they need to figure out how to steer. Alright, let's recap what's going down in the WNBA. Satou Sabally's comments about Caitlin Clark fans invading her home court have lit a fire under the league. It's not just about one game or one player. It's about the future of women's basketball. Here's the big question: how will the WNBA handle this new era of superstar power? With attendance up by 20% and Clark's Fever drawing over 500,000 fans, things are changing fast. This moment could be a game changer for women's basketball. It's forcing teams to rethink how they connect with fans and build loyalty. The league's facing some growing pains, but that's not always a bad thing. It might just be the push the WNBA needs to reach new heights. One thing's for sure, the future of women's basketball is looking brighter than ever.